Happy PowerSheets Prep Day! I know what you're thinking. You're like, Jess, it's Thursday. PowerSheets Prep Day is usually the last Friday of the month. Well, this month it's a little different because we as a team actually have tomorrow off. Laura so kindly gave us a company holiday for tomorrow just to rest and recharge since we are about to enter a very full and exciting season. So we will not be online tomorrow. We're going to be celebrating, spending time with friends, family, that kind of thing. So PowerSheets Prep Day today, Thursday, company holiday tomorrow. So we're going to dig into it. I know that we still have a few days left in July, but I am going to go over some of my progress in my PowerSheets and then start working on my goals. There are a few things on my PowerSheets that I am going to work to finish before July is up next week, but some of these I already know I'm going to have to move to August, and that is completely okay because I'm looking at my progress bars of the things that I did, and I'm seeing a lot of progress. So I mentioned this, I think it was last month when I did my PowerSheets prep, or 1 month, that I used to skip the Cultivate Gratitude page, but I've actually started filling it in as the month goes on so it doesn't feel as overwhelming. So there are a few things that I already have and I'm going to finish filling. So these are some things I already have, especially grateful for weeknight dinners with Logan, Kristen Winchester and her amazing use of GIFs, Marissa's love for Snapchat filters, and a good lesson I learned right here. So there we go. I'm leaving this one blank because there's something I'm going to be adding that I can't add just yet. So not to be vague or anything, but that took like 2 minutes. I promise it doesn't take that long, and I'm already feeling excited about what's to come. So I'm on my Prepare Well page for August, and one of the first things I do when I'm here is I actually open my calendar to see what the month holds, and it kind of directs you to do that, to put down what's on your calendar, important to do is what you're excited. I feel like I should start saving some of the outtakes, or we all should as a team, from when we try to do Instagram stories because they're just so funny. I think we should like combine them into a blooper reel or something like that. Anyways, what I was going to say is normally I open up my simplified planner, but August is the start of the new one. This is my planner that I use. It's from Emily Lay. I love it. I haven't filled it out yet, so that's one thing I need to do. So I'm just going to use So I'm looking at my iCal right now, and I can see my work calendar, but I also see my personal calendar, and within my personal calendar, I have a separate calendar just for birthdays and anniversaries, and it is really one of the best things that I have done. Here's a peek of what it looks like. You'll see this calendar right here. And then if you turn it to month view, you see all of the birthdays that I have coming up. This is my nephew right here. So this is what I do. You see I add the year in parentheses. Obviously I know how old my nephew is, but it still is what I do for other friends or things like that. And then I add 2 alerts, one a few days before to mail a card if necessary, and then on the day of so I can call. It took me a little while to get over this guilt that I felt for needing a reminder to call my friends on their birthday or mail a card, but it's important to me that they hear from me, and sometimes just in my to-do list I'll miss it, and so this has been helpful. Okay, back to PowerSheets. That was a little sidebar. So on my calendar this month I have lots of traveling, some to-dos, and things I'm excited for, so I'm going to fill that out and then I'll show you when I'm done. Oh, I didn't press the button. Here you go. I have lots of North Carolina trips planned because I'm celebrating my niece and nephew's birthdays, and I'm also traveling, and so my word for the month, just personally, is margin, to remember not to overbook myself. Now I'm on my Brainstream page, which is the first page, or not the first, but the last page before the tending list, and I'm gonna write out all of my potential goals or habits, things like that, and then I'll decide which ones are worth putting on my tending list. This is probably one of my favorite pages in all of PowerSheets because it gives me a chance to just kind of dump everything that's in my head down, look at my calendar, see what is feasible, and then prioritize those things. So everything I write down here, it's not gonna make it on my tending list. Just finished my August tending list, and I'm gonna show you a before. Now I'm going to add stickers from our sticker book, and then I'll show you an after. Done! See how fun these stickers are? It really does make everything better. These sticker books are on sale in the shop right now for $9, no code needed. Let me flip. I want to flip through and show you. I use mine all the time. I should mention that everything is on sale in the shop right now. So you can get a sticker book, Cultivate book, encouragement postcards. These are my favorite. I have a lot of them. We have little like desk cards if you need some encouragement, pin sets. Now is definitely the time to stock up. If there's something that you've been wanting, or if you're running out of stickers, like me, postcards, things like that. There's no code needed. Everything's 25% off. If you spend more than $50, you can use the code back to school for free domestic. That's it for my August PowerSheets. My best piece of advice for you as someone who has a month full of travel coming up for work and personal things is to keep it simple. Don't set these goals that you're just not going to have time to do. So I'll show you what mine look like. There you go. I hope that's encouraging for you. Take a few minutes, it doesn't have to be long, to set yourself up for success in August. Do your PowerSheets. I waited like a week and a half into July, and so I'm excited that it is done and I'm ready to go and start the month strong. Shoot us a message if you have any questions about anything on here, about your PowerSheets. We're happy to encourage you, answer questions, things like that. But know that we are here, we are cheering you on, we're in this together. Back again. You couldn't get rid of me for long. I've had a few questions about which calendar app I use, so I wanted to explain that for you. So for my personal calendars, I use Gmail because within my Google Calendar, I can create separate calendars, which is how I created the birthdays and anniversaries calendar. But within the team, we actually use iCal, and so I use the iCal app on my desktop. And with the iCal app, I can import my Google Calendar, so all in one place. I see our main work calendar, my team's individual work calendars, knowing what they're doing, what their days look like, and then my personal calendar too. So it's
Hi friends, Emily here. Since Jess has wrapped up her PowerSheets prep for August, it's my turn. So I'm going to take a look at how I'm doing for July 1st. I just finished filling out my Cultivate Gratitude page, and I would encourage you to just sit with it for a little bit and write maybe even some of the hard things like, yep, that one. So July has been a harder month for me and my family, just some unexpected bad news and expenses and things like that. So I am very happy to see this page in my PowerSheets. Lots of color for this page where there's so many things to look forward to and just things to look ahead to. And it took me a while to figure out what I wanted for my focal goal or word for this month, but I'm happy with what I came up with. And that's that, friends. I hope you all have a wonderful August, and I will be cheering you on along the way.
Hey guys, Amber Housley here. So it's afternoon. It's like early, late afternoon. I'm feeling kind of wore out. The work week, not really work, more family, kids. Anyway, I need to do, so kind of in that afternoon slump, and nobody wants to do PowerSheets when they're in a slump. Like, that's just not very fun, but of course, you do what you gotta do. Anyway, I'm gonna put on some music and then we'll get started. So if you want a good recommendation of a Spotify playlist, I really like this one. Feeling Good. It's kind of a Motown vibe thing. I could totally do my PowerSheets to this. I don't know these words, but I know the chorus. Let's do some PowerSheets. You ready for some real grace, not perfection? These are July PowerSheets. And I know the month's not over, y'all, but we're just gonna turn the page. Turn the page. We're starting. We're going to August. We gotta do some gratitude first, though. So this one right here, guys, this was a big one this week, or this month. So I'm not sure where I first heard it, but maybe like a week or two ago, I read about the exercise of, as you're falling asleep, to think of 5 things that you're thankful for. And it's amazing like how the outlook has been. That's actually the last thing that is in my head as I fall asleep. So I'm working on my page for preparing for August. And right now I'm just kind of focused on the transition that we're making in my family. So starting August 1st, my son goes back to school, and then my schedule is going to be modified so I can just have a little bit more margin to take care of family stuff in the afternoons and evenings. So like I'm saying this all is that my what's ahead sheet is really simple. There's not a lot on it. So I'm going to continue the theme I had in July of just having really simple goals during this transition time because I just want to go easy on myself. And my word for this month is present, meaning right here, right now, because I am a very forward-thinking person. So that forward, future, strategic person is just really hard on herself, and I can just make these really hard goals on a monthly basis. And so I'm just taking it easy. I'm gonna read some books, gonna go try a gym. All right, so just finished my brain stream where I dumped out a lot of ideas I already had in my head of things I knew I wanted to work on in August, and I went ahead and wrote it all my attending list out. So I want to give you a little thought on what my theme. So in August, I want to do more health-related things. There's some new fitness activities I want to try, some new ways of eating. I want to go and get some like nutritional kind of a doctor's checkup and just get all that in check because we don't do it. And I was talking about some of the new routines I'm going to have. I need to establish them, and I don't know what they are yet, and so I'm kind of giving myself some grace that I've just got to figure it out. And so 2 of my goals is actually to cultivate an intentional morning and intentional afternoons. And what does that look like? Because I don't know about the rest of you mamas, but with school coming, I'm like half excited, and then I'm half like kind of dreading it because the whole school, getting them there and on time, I want to figure out what the magic secret is. So for my encouraging words, I went and grabbed this quote from the Cultivate book by Laura, and I loved it because this just made me think of goals. My goals beg for my presence, and when I give them, they grow, they happen. So that is my encouragement for you. You guys, the sticker book just makes it all so much more fun, and I borrowed Emily's idea. I just love those little blocks that she did, so I did those for decoration. This little one right here is kind of important, the coffee date one, because so it's not really a coffee date, but what it is a reminder to me that I have to interact and get out in the world outside of my own family because I work virtual, I work remote, and everything's digitally. All my friends, we text, everything's online, so I need to get out there face to face with other friends and people and need to cultivate that. So my coffee date is my reminder. Make coffee dates, interact with people, build relationships in person, face to face. I'd encourage the same for you. So thank you for following along with our PowerSheets prep today. The whole team, we are so grateful for this entire community. And even though our team's going to be on holiday tomorrow, we hope that you take action and work on your PowerSheets.